All right, here we are again. Let us explore this one. Okay, so helping us to understand the chromatics and how chords are built in these chromatic movements and how chords goes with those movements that are placed in these chromatic motions. So seeing chromatic is like half step movements from here to the sharp, from you know pattern. So from your C to the sharp, D to the sharp, E, F is half steps to the sharp, G to the sharp, H sharp, and this. All you have here is that you got 7 of your steps here and 5 from that, so you got 12. So if you see that in writings in your steps, it's gonna look like this. So you got C to the sharp, D to the sharp, E to the sharp, F to the sharp, G to the sharp, A to the sharp, and then B. So we got all of that. Now, doing this is somewhat like, you know, incredibly needs lots of thinkings now. So we got to have some kind of pluses and minus of this, but on building chords, and then we got to really understand how this works with that chords plus and pluses and minus. All right, what I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Okay, in the lower part, if you go skipping, you took up one note, the in-between notes. So you got that, you got that, you got that. What you got here when you play is this. That's a C major 7. Sometimes you are thinking like when you look at the lead sheet, what are those? What are those numbers in chords that you are playing? At the beginning of our studies, we have these 3 triads, and then we add another third, and that goes 7. And we say, why do we call that major 7 and we call minor 7? Oh, well, it depends on the distance. All right? So this is what we call major third. You have the 2 whole step there. This distance is a minor third because you have half steps here and a whole tone step here. All right? So if this one goes 2 whole tone steps, so we say this is major third plus minor is a major triad, plus a major third is a major 7th. Okay, that's C major 7. If I play this and that, so we minus this one, we move this down, so I'll be playing that. You say that is a dominant 7, C7, dominant 7. That's how we figure out those interval settings of our music. So this is very important. This is very important. All right. In fact, this kind of movements is also called like we're going to build up 2 types of whole tone distance here. If we take this off and we play, all right. So we divide that. Okay, we play this. Whole tone. Why did I took that up? So whole tone. So we got that. We got that 6 tones here. Whole tone movement. Now, if we put this back. Oh, there you go. It's right there. Move this back. And then we play this. Those 6 sets of movement, whole tone movement. Then, yeah, we equally divide the chromatic system. So, equally divide. We get this whole. We get that 6 coming from your white key, whole. This is up, so you go there, whole. You got 6, right? You got 6 from here, 6 from there. So we equally divide the movement. So what you're hearing is, that's whole tone, right? So you go, that's your 6 whole tones. Another is this one. You start on that black tones, 2 black tones. You got here. That's your whole tone. And go to this because this is half whole. So okay, get the idea? Now, from here, let's build this up. Like, whenever you are building, your tones goes like that. So, come out with that skipping, right? And when you start right up here, you go with, skip this. The next tone is right here. You skip that, the next tone will fall here, right? Then the next tone will fall here. The next tone will fall there. And that's where we get that diminished chord. Or you can go here, next tone will fall there, fall there, fall there, and you got another diminished chord. So by building your moving down your thirds, if you move down your thirds a half step, this, move that half step, all right, then you are at diminish. Try, now look at this. How do we build that? All right, pluses and things. All right. So if you are in a C, right, like there, you are building that one, and you move this up here. What you have is this diminish, right? When you raise this one, when you raise your root chord, you'll get diminished. See that? All right. So that's half diminished. All right. So that's how this 12 works, right? So came from all of those half steps movement. those notes. And we say you can divide that in an equal 6 part or this. Right? So you go. You can even play all of those scales. Can be applicable to your scale play or melodic movement. Right? Or you can go. Sometimes it's applicable like can be done. All right. Look at the diminished chords of this dominant chords and then resolve it home. So if you are in C and you are doing this, when you raise this up, you got half diminished here. Right? Right? Yeah. So how do we put this into a movement? Right? That diminish. If you move this, you got this kind of diminish. Right? So you move this up, probably major, move this up, and okay, plot that major, become like pull diminish right there, and you got this. Because this C resolution will go to your home, number 1. So when you move up your dominant chord, which is this one, to this one, dominant. The dominant of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the dominant, your C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your C. And to make dominant chord, you got to move down this, because this is major 7. Move that. It came from this scale. That's why when you build a chord in F, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So this 5 should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 5 will lead to 1, right? Okay. So when you make that as a dominant chord, the dominant 7 chord, it will go like that. That's your right. That goes back to 1. All right. With this, if you raise that up here, from here, from this, all right, erase root of the dominant, you build the C diminished 7, and from that C diminished 7, you can build a lot of chords that is connected to this. That's why we call it the chord movement. All right, look at this. If you play this, what do you have? So you got this, plot 9. Okay. Plot 9, 11. 13? You see that? Now, if you plot this one, what you got is, move this up here, that's an E flat 7. When you invert this one, invert, go to the top, root position, E flat 7, right? So, whatever note you move, like this one, of the diminished 7, it became the root of the chord. Whatever note, like this. Move this one, it becomes the root of the chord. Look, move this up. There. E flat. It can resolve here. But this E flat can also be used right here. And resolve to F. Right? Be used there. So what is your chord now? Sometimes you got plus minus of chords, and all of those chords and plus minus on the lead sheets is like overwhelming chords when you read lead sheets of your music. So what we do is to be not too much concerned with the kind of chords that you are or the type of chords that you are seeing on the lead sheets, but take it like if you got a C, that will lead to its, if you got this dominant, that will lead to your home tonic. So you got this fifth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you build this, and that will lead to your tonic. Alright? From there, when you build this diminished, that will lead to your tonic. So you raise this, you raise the root, that will also lead here. Okay, even if you lower down another tone, which will lead to another chord, that's an E flat over C. C7 plus E flat. Minus and plus of chord. C7 plus E flat. When you analyze this and you say, oh, what is that kind of chord? So what is this kind of chord? So you got C7 plus flat 9 plus flat 11 plus 13. So C, flat 9, flat 11, 13. That's a lot of things, a lot of thinking. But if you can only, make it shortcut simple, you say it comes from this diminished triad, and I go dominant chord to this one. Right? So you still have the 5-1. Dominant chord to your home, all right? So you go, what if we move this down? What do we have? So you got G flat. So you invert this, you go there, you invert this, and you got G flat 7. It become another dominant. Right? So you got flat 9, flat 11, flat 13. Okay? Because you move that, you got flat 13. So you got 9, 11, flat 13. So you got C flat 13. So there's got a lot of thinking. So that's how this diminished evolved. Like from here, from your C dominant, if you raise this, it's gonna evolve into something. See there? It's gotta be C over E flat 7. C over E flat 7. Okay. If you move this, the tip of the diminished, you got what? G flat 7 over C. Right, if you move this, you got what? So that's your root of the chord. So you move this up, you move this up, you move this up. What you have is A7. That's another dominant. And that A7 plus your C bass. So you say, oh, that's an A7 over C. Yeah. So that's the shortcut. Shortcut of your analysis is A7 over C. Right? So that's how it can move. Like it can move into a good melodic lines for your accompaniment or for your improvis of the melody. So, or you can have, all right, because we move this here. This, so you got G flat 7, all right. So another, okay, if you move this, then yeah, you can still build up those melodic lines from here. Right? So okay, or you can go like so that's some kind of applications for that one. But you look at the diminished chords of the dominant chord, and then you can resolve that to home, like the tonic. And then what is important is that this diminished of your dominant can be used as somewhat like, you know, a leading melodic line to your main melodic line. All right, or you can, all right, or it can lead into a lot of things. It's not just, that you know the chord. You don't just stop by just knowing the chord and you say, okay, I'm playing this melodic line, and I got this chord, I have C7. Okay, we do not stop there. We are being helped by understanding these chromatics as being divided into equal whole tones, and from there you can build up lots of evolvement of your musical language. Sometimes we don't understand that much, but music is a language though. So this one is another language of scale system, right? We say, so that is one. That's a major scale. But this another one is minor scale, melodic. And this is another one. All right, that's another minor scale. All right, so there's a lot of language that we can put into, but there's another scale that goes like all whole tone scale, or this one, or this one, or yeah, it's even used by Bartok. All right, so there's a lot of things that we need to understand about this musical language, and for now, build or be familiar with all of this. For now, if you do this and you raise up this root, you build the diminished 7. So from this dominant 7, dominant chord goes to 1, can evolve from this dominant chord to the raised roots, which build up the C sharp diminished 7. And when that is built up, the C sharp diminished 7, the raised roots of the dominant, right? Raised roots of the dominant, then you can build a lot from here, because that C7 can be topped up by E flat 7, because you move this third down, and whatever note you move is the root of the chord. So this is C7 plus E flat 7, the next dominant. Right here, you move this one, that is C7 plus your G flat 7. You move this G to that, gonna be another dominant. That's G flat 7 over C. Yeah. Get home, and when you move this, another 7, it's gonna be an A7. Look here, put that down. See that? Plus the C7. And you plus that to the C7, A7 over C. A7 over C. Yeah? And then you build another dominant 7 there. So this is very powerful. Understanding this kind of, they called it the DNA, the whole tone DNA from the chromatic. As you divide the chromatic, you find a whole tone, 2 divided whole tones. All right. And also from this dominant 7, when you raise the root, you build up another diminished 7, and from there you build up lots of 7s. Okay, so from here, raise this down, you got E plus 7. next one, the G, you got this. All right. Move this down again, and you got this. You got an A7. You can move there, right? So very useful. So you go like F. Right? So there's a lot that you can play and you can improvise in your melodic line if you will explore this very powerful tool. So adding to your arsenals of musical language, chords, um, in inversions of chords is this very powerful understanding of dominant, diminished chord structure. So, okay. So now you can easily analyze your chords from your legit. If it says, oh, I need a C flat 9 chord here. So what you do is take this up right there, root of the chord. There you go. See that? All right. So explore this one in maybe you have more ideas or different ideas of presenting this one. I just learned it from lots of people in the YouTube that are explaining this kind of theories, which I also understand from where I started from classical Western music. And so I understand most of this language though, but then I haven't really realized that progressing from this and those jazz players that are progressing from this classical training are having this kind of structure really from the rich languages that came out from lots of the classical composers. And most probably you'll find some of this or many of this basically that foundations of understanding from most of the works of Johann Sebastian Bach, going down to that kind of old era of music. And you'll find that, oh yeah, this is somewhat like how Bach introduces his own kinds of work in the past. And sometimes analyzing those music and analyzing our new music today and all of the music that came from all of those era until today are this complicated. So this musical languages grows a lot, and we need to work on this. And if you are really pursuing to become a player or just even a simple player that accompanies the band or accompanies your singer, this will help us a lot. So keep on working on this one. Practice, practice, practice. I've been, really practicing this for a very, very long time, and I didn't realize that I should be able to apply this into lots of songs that I'm hearing from the records. So yes, very helpful. Try it, practice it, and go from there.